Hello guys, today we have another 8v8 high level. We have Flash and I can never figure out which way he wants this pronounced, he or whoever, I don't know who the player is. Malady, that sounds right to me. We are on Darkside, a very good 8v8 map. There is Reclaim in the center and it is actually really important. Let me turn off the spectator chat because they are already chatting. Yeah, Darkside, Reclaim in the center. Very important to take the center craters because the mass extractors or metal extractors inside also give a lot of metal. It takes a while to reclaim these, so you also want to hold the craters so you can actually reclaim them. It takes a long time to reclaim them. You can't actually snag them like before the enemy gets there. Like, you need to stay there for a while. There's also small bits of reclaim on this map, but mostly flat throughout most of the area. There's some hills in the center here. Why do they keep drawing that? Okay. If it happens again, I'll just auto clear it. But high level game, the minimum for this lobby was 25, so the lowest is 26. 26 to 47 is the skill rating range. We have a lot of good players in here. Definitely way above average. I recognize Dave, Smooterfiend, Devolved Monkey, Captain Jack Sparrow. Yeah, some of these names I recommend. Imagine seeing two level 42s on the enemy team and it's a balanced game. Like, oh my god. If you're fighting against that, you gotta feel some fear because like high level players, like when there's like multiple of them on the same team, like the power that is concentrated on the team like is so high. There is this player, this red player here. I don't know. I'm not great with names, I guess, if you can tell by my videos and stuff. I usually try to tell them by their color, unless their name is like really easy, like Flash here. So red here, 47. That's really high, man. Really high rank. This game will get started real soon. They are for starting, and it looks like the bottom team is already pinging out how they want to go to the crater. Or the right team, sorry. It's the bottom crater, right team. Alright, let's get ready to rumble. Let's see what happens this game. I expect bots. As always, everyone loves their bots. I like vehicles. I think we will see some vehicles on this map because it is very flat. For most of it, there is some hills here and here that are usually for mid to deal with. The hills on the sides here aren't too much of an issue to deal with for vehicles. They usually won't deal with the hills here that much. Since I already talked about the map at the start before in the pregame, now it's like a little bit of downtime, and I'm not exactly sure what to say. Oh yeah, the commander update is enabled in this game. I've already cast a few games with it enabled. It does, for me, from my perspective, I don't really see too much of a difference in the gameplay. I was spectating another game and I saw that the commanders that had more kills ended up getting a little bit more HP, and I'm guessing their other stats were also improved a little bit. So I guess that's like a small bonus to commanders that survive a long time and are engaging in a lot of fights. They get slight stat boosts. I don't know if that's the exact update that is enabled in this lobby here. It isn't that crazy of an update, I think. Not too game-changing. All right, we see the res bot coming out. You need your soldiers to help contest. Although, if the other team is also greedy, then it's not too bad. There is a tick here. I feel like a res bot should be able to actually kill a tick if you micro it and if you reclaim the tick alive. He will have to react in time for this. It's a little difficult. No, he sees it. Nah, you gotta be brave. Okay, well, he's got a grunt coming, so if he micros it into the tick, now the tick is microing away. Okay. Bottom side, it's going crazy here. Wow! That is crazy. A air constrictor at the start of the game. I don't know how I feel about this. I think this is not great because everything can still hit it. Oh my god, there's an air constructor. There's an air constructor, guys. Aw, he's so cute. He's got like one big eye. Dude, air constructor at the start of the game? Shurikens though, really good. Okay, Cortex, that makes sense. Cortex, I'm like air constructor. Shurikens. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Like the Shurikens here could really make a difference. I think he's helping bottom right now, but he's trying to. Okay, he's got one scout. I don't know. I don't know about this air constructor. I think it's gonna get destroyed. Perhaps it might live. Dude, look what I said. It takes forever to reclaim this. Look how slowly this thing gets reclaimed. Now it does have lower build power on the constructor, but it's only a 20 difference. And this thing still like reclaims so slowly. So slowly. That was so funny though. See, I can't, that was the first time I've ever seen an air constructor here. If I recall, all units actually regenerate over time. So that's what's happening here when they're out of combat. So this actually is getting healed basically to full. So that's kind of funny. Really funny, actually. Let's zoom back out here. Looks like the right side has control of the top crater and are about to have, they might have control of the bottom here. But if the commanders walk in, they'll lose it. The control will go to the left side. They got most of the reclaim here, but even look at this res bot. Look how long it takes to take 30 mass from that. It just takes forever. I think the commander positioning for the left side in the bottom crater is a little better. That'll give them the positioning, the advantage here, I think. Well, Pink needs to get his rear in gear and just get into the center, like take the center here. He's opting for a vehicle factory. His opponent is opting for a vehicle factory. This early on, that's 700 in mass. That could have been in grunts, is what I mean. Like or in thugs that could be on the field right now, which is why I think second factories are kind of bad in the early game. Let's check in on the top. Yeah, this is what I would expect. Once you take the middle line, they sort of camp in this entrance section, and you now have a front line that favors the right side. Relatively even up here, and very quiet here as well. No one's teching up here. They're sort of just massing right now. They don't have the anti-turret option. Both players don't have anti-turret options here, so they can't actually push into each other all that much, and so they're just sort of stalemated here, which is a little surprising to me because high-level players are usually very aggressive, and so they will like start pushing immediately. Usually, that's what I like to do, especially. Blue here needs to take his mexes here. He's got 6 metal per second that's missing, and he's got no engineers tasked to doing that. His opponent is at 22 mass income, while he is at only 17. So over time, this will be in red's favor. The longer blue does not take it. Okay, someone's fine with the game, but it's not blue, it's green. Red is also spending his bank a little more. Oh, okay, he's finally getting a vehicle plant. Both of them are getting vehicle plants. Okay, this is so risky, okay? So risky. Whoever loses first is gonna snowball and cause the opponent to win even harder. Like, they fit in the screen here. One screen. One screen. Like, oh my god. I don't know. This is just uber risky to me. I don't think this is like worth it. I think if you just start with vehicles and you don't have these pawns, if you're not even gonna build like racketeers or whatever, or I guess they were building res bots, so maybe it is worth it to them. Okay, back out. Right side lost the center here. Ooh, com trade happened. Com trade. Left side's gotta get that reclaim, I think. They have res bots already on way. That's 4,000 metal. 4,000 metal going to the left side. That is huge. Right side still has a tentative hold for this middle crater here. 2 commanders versus 1. It could snowball into the left side's favor. One com trades. The com just trades right here, and then this one comes in and reclaims. The left side wins like hard. They just start winning like crazy, dude. They have the opportunity. People need to consider how important com trades are and how important like running in with your com is actually. It is a excellent tool to just like start snowballing and turn losing situations. You really need to consider when is a good time to comp trade. If you think you have a soldier advantage, like you scout this army and you scout your army and say it's only like 5 grunts or something, like maybe you can just run in and comp trade. If you know you have an allied comm, you just tell him, come in and we can get this 4,000 metal and go T2 and just win the game from this crater. I will keep an eye up here for as much as possible. Oh, green is being pushed back here. Middle is holding. This is basically we have a battle up here and a battle in here that are very interesting. The other locations are sort of stalemated here. This is a growing problem for the right side. This is not a small army, especially when you take both players in consideration here. The 2v1 versus green here is that's strange. Oh my god, there's a comm flying in. What's he doing? He's just going to the center. Okay. I think green is not long for this world at this rate. I don't know, he's taking a lot of damage. Okay, he's getting allies to come in, but that means there's a hole here and the other player is following. That's what you should do. If you see movements by the enemy, you try to follow him. Alright, back out of the top. Oh, this is rapidly gonna heat up. Left side is winning slightly because they have more of these anti-turret options. These are very important. What is stalking? Oh, left side is also showing up. This is looking really bad for Flash here. He doesn't have the anti-turret option or the artillery to fight these. He doesn't have the number of stouts enough to close his position, like close in onto the artillery and destroy them. And these Januses are in the way, which are really good at doing a lot of burst alpha strike damage. So these stouts will watch. They approach and they just get yoinked out of the game, and then these start microing backwards, and these can actually really like destroy a front line. I think these are pretty good. These are really good hit and run units. They're sort of like Sheldons in a way, but they're for vehicles. They do a lot of damage. That was like a quarter of their HP from one hit. They do have a slow fire rate, but you would need to get a lot of these stouts to rush in onto this position to take them all out. You need a lot of stouts, like as many stouts as there are vehicles here. And it's hard to get that number this early on, so I think Flash is losing right here, and it's going to become increasingly obvious as time goes on, especially when he's fighting at a mass disadvantage, 17 versus 25. This is not going to go well for blue here. The longer this goes on, he's massing up blitzes too. So and pawns. Oh my god, that is a deadly run by at this stage in the game. 2,000 in metal army coming, and he's got allied support here. So 3,000 metal on this top side here that cannot be stopped here. Green is under a lot of pressure. 2 players over here. So this tan player is helping both sides, making a 2v1 up here and a 2v1 down here. Wow, there's a lot of shurikens in the middle here. The right side might get some good traits. Green, no, what are you doing? Keep fighting. Oh no, he's leaving him out to dry. Okay, he's going up to help here. That is also very good. Right side is losing here. They're losing the bottom lane. They don't have as many units here. They're also losing this crater here. They're losing all the fronts, basically. GG. The spectators are calling this out. Yeah, once your army gets to the base, that's GG. Like, this is what I really love to do every game, is if you can get an army into their base, it's over. They don't have enough production or resources to recover from this early on. It's too much. It's way too much. And then these can just keep running, and these blue reinforcements won't be able to catch up. The shurikens are helping to thin them out here, but they've already lost green, which is going to cause blue to collapse even further. Red is going to get further ahead. This is snowballing out of control. This is a one crazy game. Oh my god, we got another run by here. These Januses, the Januses, where are they? I don't know where they are. He might have reclaimed them. I don't know. Or he sent them in with the army. Those Januses and he won the artillery battle at the start as well. That really helped him snowball. Like, if blitzes are the best unit in the game, or for T1, in my opinion, I think, well, that's not actually true. Resbots T1 are technically the best, right? But in terms of combat units, T1 blitz best, right? Second best would be the light artillery, actually, here. They are very, very important for breaking down these positions. And that's how he was able to win. He had more artillery. I wasn't able to look at this run by here, but actually not too much damage happened. I think there's enough shurikens. This green player, what's his name? Captain Jack Sparrow, high rated with his shuriken play, is trying to hold the line for most of these areas. He's trying to keep this, like, he's definitely helping to keep the right side in the game for longer. Oh, look at this. This is so interesting. The right side with T2, he pumped out an T2 engineer, I believe. Just one, I believe. And he started upgrading his mexes. He built a T2 combat engineer, and he's using it to build fiends. And he reclaims his factory. So he's not actually 2,900 mass behind. He's actually floating a lot, and he can produce a lot of soldiers because he doesn't have the mass stored in the T2 factory. So that's one of the tricks that Cortex bots can do. Cortex bots can do this, and Armada vehicles can do the same, actually. So it's not mirrored one-to-one. It's a little different. The Cortex vehicles, or not Cortex, Armada vehicles can actually build dogs without ever building a T2 factory. They can build the hounds. You build a combat engineer from the T2 vehicle factory for Armada, and that T2 combat engineer can build dogs, even though it's a vehicle. So it's kind of crazy. So if you're going T2 vehicles, you might not need to build Jaguars as a stopgap unit. You could just build dogs. But honestly, if you're going to build dogs, you might as well build the Mausers for the T2 vehicles of Armada, because they're the same price approximately, but the vehicles have greater range. Interestingly, that early game damage hasn't led to the destruction of Blue's base completely yet. Is he going T2? No, he has gone T2. Yeah, that's T2 factory right there. He has gone T2. So he is gathering his economic lead before he presumably closes in on this base. He did pump out these bulls here to try. Oh, gremlins. These are the only like combat stealth unit in the game. Like stealth units that can actually shoot stuff besides the commander. That's one of the reasons I decided, hey, maybe we should try playing Armada vehicles instead, because if you get like 15 of these or 10 of these, you can actually go snipe, what do you call it? Fusions in the backline. Okay, Blue is not long for this world. I don't think he can deal with these tanks at this stage in the game. He has no income. He was defeated. The artillery and the geniuses were really good here for Red, and he was able to win this front line. Oh, it's so unfortunate that the best player was laid against the best player, because if the best player on your team loses, now you're fighting against the best player, and your best player is dead. So it's a 1 in 8 chance for them to line up against each other, because, well, first, it doesn't matter where the red player happens, but then it's a 1 in 8 chance where the blue player chooses to spawn in. So this is just super unfortunate for the right side here. Super, super unfortunate. 2 bases are now out of the game. 2 bases are out. Red is T2, and he is free to take all the reclaim here. He's got the engineers doing that. Oh my god, 2,000 more mass for him. Probably more. He's floating massive amounts of resources because he cannot spend it all. I think he needs to micro his base a little bit. He's not even spending anything, so a little bit bad. But it's going to his team, so maybe not too bad. Bottom, they're holding still, but not greatly. They lost the mid circle here. They lost both of the circles here. That is not good. I don't think the right side is long for this world. Let us slow down here. I think things are not too hot right now. Some shuriken movement, but oh no. The T2s from red are just going to go uncontested mostly up here. There's only so little to defend here. The frontliner here is only at 13 mass income and 4, whereas he's at 112. I don't think this is so good. This is a big rip. Big, big rip. Rest in peace, screen. Rest in peace. At least he gets some units there, but it's looking bad because red is he's already got that reclaim feud. Yep, the players are lamenting their poor situations. Yep, rip. Fusion, but I don't think that's gonna help. You're so far away that you can't actually send units over. And this is just gonna close the game out for you. Losing this early is just, feels bad, man. Unfortunately, I don't think that makes for, like, a great viewing experience for you guys, but, you know, I don't know what I'm getting into when I live cast. I think Red is still trying to solidify his gains here, so this is what I talk about in some of my videos, or analysis videos, where your objective is to win the lane and then contest this area. Once you contest this area, you secure it, you bunch up your units into a massive ball, and then you run it back in and destroy the next bases. Oh my god. He's just going for fusion instead. When you destroy your opponent like this, the forward base isn't too bad. But like I said, in the early game, it's really, really risky. Like, it didn't pay off for blue, as you can see. It's just a matter of time, because the top just needs to rally its troops and then push in, and this battle will be over. Most of the other people are just fighting one-on-one here, and so they're holding, just holding, not really pushing all that much. Once this moves, this game's over. Oh, someone's got rockets on the right side here. Where are they? Ah, the Arbiter. They look like birds to me. They're just okay. They're just okay in terms of what they do. I feel like Cortex has better options than the Arbiter, though, so... But if you mix in a few with your Sheldons and you fight against a mirrored opponent that doesn't have Arbiters, the Arbiters actually do really well against Sheldons in the Sheldon v Sheldon battle, because they hit the front line at a different timing than the Sheldon shells. Dogs and Plasma Bots not gonna hold too well here. Sheldon's on the bottom side. T2 tanks, how many are out here? Only 4. They can still chase down this army pretty well. I think he's waiting to bunch his units up here. A lot of tanks queued up. Ticks roll the roll. Oh my god, he's getting ticks out now. I'm sorry, but I don't think there's no way for the right side to win. He's also going for a nuke down. that is, I'm sorry. These guys are so sad. Oh, wow! This game's not gonna be counted towards rank. That's exactly what the right team wants. It's gonna get stopped. There's enough votes. Oh, it got canceled. What the heck? It looked like there was enough votes. That was weird. That was close. That was real close. The right side almost got out of this game without losing. Yeah, here comes the resignation. Makes sense. Unfortunately, the Flash lost that top lane here. Alright, that's game. Hopefully that was entertaining enough. Sorry that it's kind of a short video. Alright, thanks for watching this high-skill game on Darkside. Yep. Thanks for watching, and goodbye!